メジャー翻訳速報。
メジャー翻訳速報海外の反応へようこそ。パイレーツはドジャース相手に連勝できるかと思われましたが、終盤に崩れてしまいました。大谷翔平選手が5打数3安打の大活躍で、2塁打2本に3塁打、さらに鮮やかな3塁盗塁まで決めました。気づけば彼はすでにベースを回っている、と実況も驚きの声。大谷選手に対して、大柄な選手、なのに、驚異的な俊足の持ち主、と、相手チームも舌を巻いています。この動画が面白いと思っていただけたら、コメントやチャンネル登録もよろしくお願いします。
This was a nice game. Pirates were leading for a lot of the game. They looked like they might be able to finish off a second consecutive victory against the Dodgers. Unfortunately, that last third of the game got to the Buccos. The Dodgers win by the final score of 8-4, and so the Buccos go down to defeat. They are now 3-2 on this road trip, looking for a winning road trip, which I thought and we all thought they might kind of have tonight. Didn't happen. Thanks for being with us for Pirates Extra Innings alongside Michael McHenry and Stephen Brault. I'm Rob King. Guys, let's get right to things because what a great start to this game. Oneil Cruz, first pitch he sees, he takes it out.
About 6 inches off the plate at 97 above the zone. I mean, this guy continues to shine. He's had an incredible 2-week span. This road trip, he's been phenomenal. Ever since he's touched that leadoff spot, he just looks ready to hit, looks hitterish. Obviously, he's a freak. But look at this. This is 97. Knowing this guy's going to miss up and away naturally, that's just his natural mitts because the way he rides down the mountain and lags that arm. But this guy is just so good. That ball is 5+ feet high. Think about that, right? And he's able to get enough on it to get it out at 102. Unreal.
The numbers that he has now, he's brought it up to 267 on the batting average. He's got his OPS up to 937. I mean, it's been really impressive to watch this consistent barrage of home runs from Oneil Cruz. And I mean, look at that. That's a pretty good place to be. 4 home runs from the leadoff spot to lead off a game in between March and April. I mean, that's a pretty good company to be in. All those guys, especially when you think of leadoff hitters hitting home runs, for me, that's George Springer.
Those are big boys.
Those big boys hit a lot of home runs. Oneil Cruz is the biggest guy on that list, though. So, I mean, it's impressive to see what he's doing because, you know, he's stealing bases, he's taking walks, he's hitting home runs. He got an RBI single, should have been a 2 RBI single later in the game. I mean, there's so many good things he's doing, and he's doing it consistently day in and day out, and it's been really fun to watch.
And what about middle the other way, the power? We didn't see this last year. I mean, his ability to go off the plate away, as soon as they start coming in, he's just going to annihilate some balls. And I hope it's here so he can hit an Allegheny. But you're talking about a freakish athlete that's putting it all together at the same time. It's fun. He's been playing great outfield.
Yeah.
This road trip, he's been great in the outfield, too.
And the 4 leadoff home runs have come in the last 9 games. And you know the last Pirate to do that?
No.
Never happened.
No!
Never happened.
That's why I didn't know.
Trick answer.
That's why we didn't know.
Trick question.
Alleghenies in 1875.
Nope, nobody from the well, it goes back to 1900. It goes back to 1900. But they didn't hit too many home runs before that dead ball era. So we're gonna extrapolate from that. But the Pirates, we're not going to count the Alleghenies, okay? Fair enough.
Yeah.
So Mitch Keller gets a start and a little bit different repertoire. We wondered in the pregame show, would he throw more spin based on what Paul Skeens did last night? The answer was yes, but also the usage of the other fastball tonight.
Yeah, the sinker and the curveball is where we want to focus because there have been a lot of weird things that Mitch Keller can do to an offense. And here's a really good part, like the really good example of this. Freddie Freeman comes up, gets 2 four-seam fastballs up and in, and then he just drops that curveball on him, a pitch that Freeman probably didn't even have really on the scouting report. So now let's take a look at some of these good curveballs we saw tonight. That's probably the best one he threw, and then the one he throws to Muncy later in this montage. But for Keller to be able to use that curveball again, every time this comes up, there it is. No, sorry, this is the one. Every time this comes up, I am reminded that when I met Mitch Keller down in the minor leagues, he only threw a fastball and a curveball. That's what he threw. This pitch was the pitch that started to separate him, the sinker, to be able to get a ball moving the other way into right-handed hitters to make him uncomfortable. And now he's learned how to be able to backdoor it to righties as well. So he can steal strikes early in the at-bat. He can steal strikes from lefties on the front door. For him to be able to use that pitch in so many different ways, we haven't really seen him utilize it very much this season. Curveball down at 3% coming into this game, and the sinker down at 5-6%, and used them both over, right around 15%. That's what you want to see from a guy like Mitch Keller. And those pitches together mixed really well for him tonight.
Absolutely. And we talked about him setting the tone.
Right.
And Freeman coming into this 8 for 15 against him, and he strikes him out, with the fastball and then wrinkles in that curveball. And then as this game kind of went along, he shifted. He used the sweeper early, then the curveball came in, then the sinker came in. But he had a natural run, just like Skeens did yesterday on that four-seamer that we were not sure which one was which, but he was playing it properly. And that's what we want to see with Mitch Keller. What's working today? Can he utilize that? That's exactly what he did. I'm really surprised he got taken out of the ballgame, 89 pitches. Watching Skeens run out with 103 yesterday, I thought the big dog in Keller, who's done it many times deep in ballgames, he's been so reliable, I thought he'd go back out. That's the one thing. I don't know if maybe he hit his threshold, they had the plan, but that's one thing. You want to give that big dog a chance to go out there and do it because it seemed like he was in a rhythm. I mean, middle innings, set down 9 in a row. This guy looked really good with maybe not his best stuff. The sweeper wasn't that good. The slider was almost non-existent. But I love the fastball, and the velocity started to kick. And we know May's just right around the corner.
That is true.
And that means Mitch Keller May's coming.
And you talk about a plan. And Mike Tyson once had the comment, everyone has a plan until you hit him in the face, right? Everyone has a plan until Ohtani starts heating up. Yeah. And 2 doubles, a triple. And, you forget of all the things Ohtani can do, not that this is number 1 on the list tonight, but he can really run. I mean, you forget that. He's such a big man. This guy can motor around the bases.
Yeah, you just look up and he's already rounding a base you didn't even think he was going to be touching yet. I mean, yeah, he's a big human. He can absolutely fly well above that 90 percentile, but he looked more comfortable, right? He was clearing space and getting the balls close to him, wasn't swinging over the spin. He's been kind of in a little bit of a scuffle going back to that Cubs series. He's 2 for 16, didn't really have that power. Now it looks like we just awoken Ohtani, and that is not good going into a day game tomorrow. But yeah, this
I was
guy,
shocked that was a triple.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, I really couldn't believe it. And probably the hardest ball he hit was the last ball to Frazier, who's probably icing his hand right now.
Yeah, right, exactly. And then he goes the other way, and he gets a double out of this one, and then turns it into a triple by stealing third base, because he also does that. Don't forget about that. This guy, he's a special player. Obviously, we could talk about him forever because, I mean, look at this. That's not a stealing third kind of jump. That is a stealing second kind of jump. Usually, if you're stealing third, it's because you have a read. It's because you're getting a walking lead, something like that. That's a straight steal of third base. You don't see many guys able to do that, and he does that after hitting 2 doubles and a triple. And for him, when you talk about Shohei Ohtani, you talk about, oh yeah, he's also going to be a pitcher, and we don't know exactly when that's going to be happening yet. We know it will, and it's crazy that you get this cheat code in Shohei Ohtani in that even so, when he comes back and he is a pitcher again and they have him in the starting rotation, because he is counted as a two-way player, he doesn't count as a pitcher on the roster. So they'll have a 6-man rotation, and then they can still have an 8-man bullpen because Shohei doesn't count as a pitcher only, and so he adds so much to a roster, even how you can make up your roster. It's just really impressive, but also, yeah, he can really, really, really hit.
So you're saying he's a creative player?
He's a creative player.
Yeah. He's getting hot. Just, we don't like to see that. Don't like to see that with one more game going on in LA. Time now for our Liberty Mutual Field Insurance, Liberty Mutual Insurance Field coverage, I beg your pardon. And it comes on a really nice play by IKF.
First pitch swinging out to center and deep, and it gets out of here. O'Neill Cruz on the first pitch of the game homers to center. What a greeting for Sasaki.
O'Neill Cruz doing O'Neill Cruz things.
Amazing. First pitch of the game, and O'Neill Cruz on a ball 6 inches off the plate takes it out to the left of center field for the solo home run. His 4th leadoff home run in the last 9 games. That has never been done in that sort of a span in Pittsburgh Pirates history. Warmed up, good thing too, because when the game started, he was ready. This is game 2 out of 3 between the Pirates and Dodgers. First pitch of the game, bye-bye. Fastball 6 inches off the plate, Michael.
Yeah.
And he hits it over the fence in left center field. Lets his teammates know. Yeah, that's 4 in 9 games, guys. Bottom of the first, runner on third with 2 outs. Teoscar Hernandez Line drive to right field. Shohei Ohtani scores in the RBI double. Hernandez's 6th double of the season, and the game is knotted at 1. Next batter, Tommy Edman hits the ground ball to Adam Frazier, who just sort of inexplicably, he's such a good glove man, just kind of throws that one away. 2-1 Dodgers. Top of the 5th, runners on 2nd and 3rd with 1 out, and Cruz will lace one through the right side. 2-run score. It's an RBI single for Cruz, and the Pirates go up by the score of 3-2. It looks like Pham may have thought the second baseman fielded that ball. Regardless, he scores. It's up 3-2. And then Brian Reynolds is able to, always hustling, always running hard. To the 3-6, they can't turn to double play, don't even try. Run comes in, Pirates retake the lead. Bottom of the 7th, runner on first, Caleb Ferguson on the mound. Ohtani towards left center field. Andy Paje scores, 3rd double of the season for Ohtani, who had 2 doubles and a triple tonight. 4-4 game. Bottom of the 8th, Colin Holderman comes on in the tie game. It's not tied anymore. Teoscar Hernandez solo home run later in the inning. Kiki Hernandez, a 3-run pinch hit home run. Dodgers explode in the 7th and 8th. They win by the final score of 8-4 as we head to LA to hear now from manager Derek Shelton.
Shelty, you guys fought tooth and nail for the most part tonight. Mitch got a quality start. What did you think from the beginning of this?
Yeah, I mean, we played well for 8 innings, and, it was a good ball game, and then we didn't play well in the 8th inning.
What did you like from Mitch?
Everything. I mean, he gave up a run in the 1st, and then, we threw a ball away that gave up another run. But I thought his execution. I mean, he got out of a 1st and our 2nd and 3rd with 1 out, and got Ohtani and bats. I thought his stuff was really good. He used his fastball effectively. Overall, I thought he was really sharp.
Like you said, he kind of was able to work out a couple jams. Is that just kind of what you expect from him at this point in his career?
Yeah, I mean, be able to make pitches, and I think we saw him make pitches today.
With that 8th inning, what went into the decision to throw Holderman in that situation?
Yeah, we had a right lane. I mean, Santana was down today. Bednar's been 3 of 4. We're in a situation where, we thought we had the lane we liked, and we didn't execute pitches.
I saw Bednar was warming up. Was it something where it was decided like after he warm up, or what
no, it was just a decision by me. There was different decisions made depending on what the score was.
What have you seen from Holdy over the past 2 days since joining the team that you had confidence in him in that situation?
Well, he's pitched in those situations before. I mean, that's the thing. He's pitched in leverage, and again, today with where we were at in our bullpen, that's a lane that we liked, and we just didn't get it done.
Given that he's struggled in those situations so far this season, was there a thought to try to ease him in there with his first outing back from AAA?
Yeah, sometimes you can't with who you have available. If you do it in a vacuum and look at everybody how it is, you can live in that world. But when you have certain people available, you have to make decisions.
Overall with this offense, especially early on, just the way they were able to still chip out of this game one at a time. What were you impressed with, their constant effort at the plate?
Yeah, I mean, really, we've seen 2 good starting pitches. They continue to grind. I mean, Tommy had better bats. I mean, Cruzy gets us started right away, then picks us up. And then you go to the 7th inning. I mean, Freddie Freeman made 2 Gold Glove plays. The ball that Reynolds hits kind of is spinning away from him, and he fields it, and then he dives and makes a play on Valdez's ball that's 2 more runs if we get it. We didn't get a ball to go through today.
Think about the production from the bottom of your order. It's like 7, 8, 9. We're pretty hot tonight.
Yeah, good. I mean, good at bats. I thought we had good at bats throughout, and we just couldn't get a ball to get through.
How good it is to see Tommy get his 1,000th major league hit?
Yeah, very cool. I mean, I thought Tommy had his best at bats of the night tonight. He had 2 base hits. I'm assuming they ruled the ball that Muncy dove for a base hit, the double, and then another good walk. So, hopefully he's starting to heat up because that could help us.
With the flyout when Bart was sent, was that a decision by third base? Did he go on his own, or what went into him?
Yeah, I don't know on that. I don't know what happened. I mean, Teoscar made a really good play. He was running in and made a throw on the run and got us.
The first pitch homer, how impressive was it for Cruz to be able to get to that pitch?
Yeah, I mean, not ever having seen a guy before to be able to get after it. I mean, I think he's in a pretty good groove right now.
Do you think that his production of late, how much of that is being in the leadoff spot and feeling good there versus just things clicking for him offensively?
Maybe a combination of both. I don't know if we know and really don't care as long as he keeps swinging the bat well.
What does a result like this do for your team's confidence, seeing him compete for 7 innings before the last inning goes poorly?
No, we need to win. I mean, we played good for 7 innings. We didn't play well enough to win, so we need to build on it and finish a road trip strong tomorrow.
And we're going to preview that last game of the road trip coming up in just a little bit. Also, a little bit more on Cruz and others that starred for the Pirates tonight when we continue here on Pirates Extra Innings. And how about Mitch Keller? Boy, not only a really good outing, but a really efficient outing for Mitch, who had to pitch around an unearned run, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. Only 2 of those runs were earned, a walk, struck out 6, only 89 pitches, 65 of them strikes, lowers the ERA to 3.97. That is our Coppers K recap, and good to see Adam Frazier extend the hitting streak to 10 games.
Double digits, baby. It's awesome. I mean, look, this is the continuation of the consistent at-bats that he's had. We saw more of them tonight. Adam is just doing a great job at making things difficult for pitchers. It's never an easy out. It's one of the things that you say a lot, Michael, is how a guy approaches his at-bats. But Frazier doesn't really have a distinct approach. He goes up and he tries to get good pitches to hit. I mean, it's the most old-timey, quote-unquote, approach in the book. He goes up, he's up there to get hits, okay? That's what he wants to do, but he's gonna do it by battling and getting good pitches. He did that in that at-bat right there. Eventually got a fastball up and in, drops the barrel on it, gets a knock, and it's cool to even see him pulling the ball because usually he's going the other way. So now you can see Frazier being able to extend on both sides of the field, and that's why this hitting streak has gotten to 10 games. It's not easy to do. I mean, it's no mistake that it's happened. He's looked really good, and he just keeps going out there. I talk about a good 7-hitter, a good guy to have at the bottom of that lineup that you know is going to do a good job turning the order around, but also, you know, eating up pitches from pitchers, making them uncomfortable, and getting people on base. He's been really good.
And everybody around him's getting better.
Yeah.
He plays barrel pepper. That's what I call it.
Barrel pepper.
Right? He just goes up there, like, just hits it all over the park, and there's no good way to pitch him, right?
No.
He gets the ball up, gets the ball down, and he always has a really good idea of what he's trying to do, and he sees the holes. A lot of guys don't look out there. I've seen Kutch hit that ball. We watch him do it in batting practice, just peppering that 4-hole. You're going to see Frazier do the same thing. You take your hits.
Yep.
This guy's great.
10 in a row for Adam Frazier, 10-game hitting streak. That is a nice accomplishment. Tommy Pham is 1,000th hit. Unfortunately, the Pirates lose by the final score of 8-4. Coming up next on Pirates Final, we are going to look forward to Game 3 of this 3-game matchup. Highlights, post-game reaction as well from the Pirates locker room, and more. Still to come here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. Well, a good ball game for a while, as you heard Derek Shelton talking about. Unfortunately, the Pirates couldn't close the deal. They lose to the LA Dodgers, a game they led 4-3 going into the bottom of the 7th inning, but the Dodgers score 1 in the 7th. They add 2 home runs and 4 runs in the 8th and go on to win by the final score of 8-4, evening up the series at game apiece. Thanks for being with us for Pirates Final alongside Michael McHenry and Stephen Brault. I'm Rob King. We're going to preview Game 3 of this 3-game set. Buccos looking to win back-to-back series. That's coming up in a little bit. First, let's take you to the highlights. A fun game to watch for most of the game, yeah. Right? Most doesn't quite count. How about Ben Howland and Jamie Dixon, former Pitt coaches, hanging out? They got their Pirates hats on, cheering on the Buccos against the Dodgers. Top of the first, Oneil Cruz leading off the game, and he takes the Roki Sasaki pitch out to left center field for a home run. 4th leadoff homer, 8th of the season, 4th leadoff homer in the last 9 games, Michael.
And how many people have done that, Kinger?
None in Pirates history.
None. Not even the Allegheny Pirates. This guy is just on some type of tear. I mean, 32 consecutive stolen bases, the homers, the leadoff walks. This guy's just doing it all fronts. Even the defense is getting better, and he's having fun doing it. Oh, yeah. He's a tone setter. I mean, 6 inches off the plate, folks. Are you kidding me?
Bottom of the first, runner on third, 2 outs. Teoscar Hernandez is able to lace one into the right center field gap, and that will score a run, and that's going to make it 6-1 as Ohtani, or beg your pardon, 1-1 as Ohtani comes in to score. Next batter, Tommy Edman. Kind of a routine ground ball. Adam Frazier, very unlike him. Just sort of, I don't know if he didn't set his feet or whatever the case was. Kind of a routine play, but it's an error, and a run comes in unearned.
Yeah, that's what hurts because, you know, that run comes in that shouldn't have scored, and Frazier obviously will tell you that. Just looked like he kind of scooped it, and when he went to make that throw, just kind of cut himself off. Not something you see him do very often. But, you know, out of the when we watched it, it was like, was it really that bad? And you watched him from another angle, it was like, oh, that was...
Yeah, it was. It was off the mark. Top of the 5th, runner on first, nobody out. Tommy Pham out in the left center field, 4th double of the season, and his 1,000th career hit. Tremendous milestone for him. Good job by Freddie Freeman making sure he got the ball. 2 batters later, runner on 2nd and 3rd with 1 out, and Cruz another laser beam into right center field. 2 runs scored. Now, they don't give him 2 RBIs because Pham held up, even though Pham was going to score easily. But regardless, it's 3-2 Buccos.
Yeah, and that split finger. I mean, the bat before, he looked absolutely fooled on this pitch. And then right here, he gets it a little bit elevated and just wallops it. Every ball he hits right now is above 100. I mean, 96.8 right now is his average exit velo. Folks, that's remarkable. Average MLB, 88 miles an hour, dude. 88?
88.6.
Bottom of the 5th, runner on 3rd with 2 outs. Freddie Freeman, line drive to right center field, right to right field. Ohtani comes in to score. So another 2-out run for the Dodgers. All 3 of their runs coming with 2 outs to this point. Top of the 7th, bases loaded, nobody out. Brian Reynolds, I beg your pardon. Yeah, there's nobody out here. Brian Reynolds grounds it to the right side, and a run comes in to score. That's Pham. It's 4-3 Pirates. They don't get any more there. And then in the bottom of the 7th, runner on first, Caleb Ferguson on the mound. Ohtani hits one to left center field. Pages comes in to score. 3rd double of this season for Ohtani. He had 2 doubles and a triple in the game. Stephen, we're tied up at 4.
Yeah, fastball right down the middle there. Shohei is able to get his hands extended and just kind of fight it through to the other side. But him fighting it through is, 108 off the bat. He's got the same kind of juice that Cruz does. Hasn't been as hot so far this season. You don't want to see him get hot. And tonight, unfortunately, it looked like that may be the beginning of Shohei's run. Hopefully, we can stymie him tomorrow.
No. Bottom of the 8th, Colin Holden on the mound, and Teoscar Hernandez hits him deep out to left field. Solo home run. Kiki Hernandez comes on, adds a 3-run homer in the frame, and the Dodgers go on to win by the final score of 8-4. Pirates took a 4-3 lead into the bottom of the 7th. Just a tightly contested game. Felt like every pitch was huge, and then the Dodgers do what the Dodgers can do. They score 4 runs in a hurry. In the 8th, they had already scored 1 in the 7th to tie the game. So 5 runs combined in those 2 innings, and they win 8-4. Colin Holderman is tagged with the loss. Still to come, boy, really efficient outing from Mitch Keller. Only 89 pitches to get through 6. You're going to hear from Mitch Keller when we continue here on Pirates Final. Well, you don't see this very often, and in fact, it's never been surpassed. Eugenio Suarez, just the 19th player in MLB history with a 4-home-run game. Think how rare that is. Did it tonight for Arizona. Unfortunately for Arizona, they actually lost this game to Atlanta. 8-7 was the final, but Suarez etching his name in the history books with a 4-home-run game, a real rarity in baseball. Congratulations to Eugenio Suarez. Unfortunately for the Buccos, shoot it, tie it up, but lose the game ultimately. Game notes, O'Neal Cruz is cruising. We will get to that with the guys at the Hub in a moment. Mitch Keller, 2/3 of his start this season, 4 out of 6 have been quality starts. Had another one today. You're going to hear from Mitch coming up in a little bit. Dodgers' first home run since April 16th, but they have been very, very leaning on the long ball. 54.8% of their runs this year have come via the home run. Let's go over to the Highmark Hub, and O'Neal Cruz, guys, just continues to pound the baseball harder than pretty much anybody around the majors.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he just has a barrel in his hand.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what it seems like. This guy's absolutely annihilating the baseball, but it's really, he's getting himself in really good spots. Obviously, when you can hit a ball 6 inches off, I mean, you're talking about on the white line.
Yeah, crazy.
We just did it. You would have to pull that ball.
I would.
When you get extended, you have to pull it. Not O'Neal Cruz. He's showing power to all fields, but his chase rate down. His walk rate is up. His ability to barrel the ball is way up. His exit velocity is way up. I could just keep going, right? The only thing that's not up is how tall he is.
Yeah, that's going to stay the same, I think. He's probably done
Who
great.
knows?
You never know.
He keeps getting better.
Yeah. Look, O'Neal Cruz is showing that he can still improve. You don't necessarily have to take these big, we call them G-hacks, right? Where you're always, your whole body's flying through the zone and arms are going everywhere.
Which we like those sometimes.
I mean, you got to get those sometimes. Yeah. But he still has the 99th percentile in bat speed in baseball. Actually, I think it's the 100th. I mean, he's right there at the top. Yeah. And so he's still swinging the bat extremely hard, but it is a little bit slower than last year. And I think that's a good thing for him because he's going to have plenty of pop. But when you start to slow things down a little bit, you can take some more pitches. He's able to check swing a little bit more. And so he's able to eventually find his way into good pitches and good at-bats. obviously, what he's also still doing really well is being ready for the first pitch, being ready for that first pitch. Now, as a leadoff hitter, I was talking about it. As soon as he hit that home run, I was like, hey, people are going to start throwing him breaking ball first pitch. Tyler Glass now is going to try to bust him in tomorrow, though. I think he's pretty prideful dude.
Cut.
Yeah, Glass, good dude, but also got a little pride in him. He's going to want to get him that fastball.
He's going to try, but
Cruz might be ready for it. He hasn't seen many fastballs in. He's been seeing away. So it'll be interesting to see tomorrow. But look where he hit this. He still hit it out in front of the plate, which I find absolutely incredible.
It's unreal.
It's unreal.
And the coolest part for me is watching a guy, we've seen him have a big leg kick, right?
Yeah.
We've seen him swing and almost do a helicopter like Fred McGriff, the two-handed finish. He's also doing a foot down early, a little baby toe tap. You talked about that bat speed, right? Well, I think he's throttling back, right? Did you ever drive a manual shift?
Yeah, like twice.
Well, all right, well, I was from Tennessee, so that's how you learned back in the day when I was 12. So when you're doing that, he's in fourth gear, he's in fifth gear. Every now and then he'll shift up to go to sixth gear, but he's staying in the middle. He's not trying to do too much.
Right.
He knows he has that 119 to 122, but he kind of throttles it back, and he's just playing little barrel pepper.
Yeah.
Like Frazier, he just happens to be 50 pounds heavier, stronger, and 6'7".
Speaking of home run speed, look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
102, 108. This one is the only one he's hit that's below 100. Bummer.
But that's even impressive.
It's impressive, man.
That means he's a crazy spin. And where did that go? Right down the left field line.
Yeah.
Like he's a right-handed hitter.
He's found a lot of ways. I think my favorite part about this is that we are seeing him spread these all over the place. Yeah. He's not just pulling the ball. He's not like James Wood we watched earlier this season with the Nationals. Amazing. But he's really good at going the other way and staying the other way.
Vulnerable in here.
Vulnerable in here. We're seeing O'Neal Cruz has such fast hands that he can get to these fastballs inside, but he also has that reach to get to the fastballs out. Rob, I don't know what you do against O'Neal Cruz. I don't know how you approach this guy right now. He is red hot. That exit velocity is unheard of, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. I can't wait to see what he does tomorrow.
It's like this.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, duck. Pitch and duck. Ah.
Well, nobody knows what to do with O'Neal Cruz. And
Exactly.
I can't wait to see him against Tyler Glass. And we're going to preview that pitching matchup coming up in a little bit. First, let's hear from O'Neal Cruz with Steven Morales back in L.A.
O'Neal, Coach Haig had complimented you, saying you've been doing a lot of the little things right that have helped you be efficient at the plate. What are those little things that you've been doing on a daily basis to make you so successful as of late?
Dice que el coach de bateo, Matt Haig, te ha estado alabando mucho por lo que has hecho en la caja de bateo. ¿Cuáles han sido algunas de las cosas que has podido complementar para poder tener ese éxito en la caja de bateo en estos momentos?
Yo digo, el trabajo siempre por delante y el enfoque que ha tenido ha sido muy bueno y por eso ha estado cogiendo buenos turnos.
The work, like I said in previous interviews, the work that we've been putting in on the cage with the hitting group and the focus, and having a plan behind everything I do hitting-wise.
Seeing Roki Sasaki for the first time, jumping on that first pitch, was that the pitch that you were expecting from him?
Dice, viendo a Sasaki por primera vez el pitcher de ellos y brincarle a ese pitcher como tal y dar un jonrón, ¿ese era el pitcher que tú estabas esperando de él?
No, a él y a cualquiera, tú sabes. Como estoy ahora mismo bateando de primer bate, o sea, yo siempre llevo mentalidad de hacer un primer picheo.
So not just against Sasaki, against any other starting pitcher, my mentality when I'm leading off is just to look for that first fastball over the plate, just be aggressive.
You've been batting in the leadoff spot pretty consistently now. Is that something that they kind of came to you and said, hey, we want you to do this, something that just started happening? Is it something you wanted for yourself?
Dice que esto que ahora estás bateando de primer bate es algo que pasó de momento, que tú querías, o cómo pasó, algo que tú estabas buscando.
No, ¿sabes? Cuando pasó el manager me dijo que me iba a poner de primero y que yo era, ¿sabes? El jugador para estar de primer bate, para así traerle ánimo al equipo, que yo estando de primero.
No, I wasn't looking for it. Just Shelty came to me one day and told me that he seen myself as a leadoff hitter, helping the team right away, and that was it. And I'm good.
O'Neal, where's your confidence level at right now? 8 home runs already this season and 4 from that leadoff spot. How does it grow with each at bat?
¿Cómo está tu confianza en estos momentos? Tienes 8 jonrones, 4 de ahí de primer bate. ¿Cómo te ayuda eso con tu confianza?
Nada, imagínate, seguir confiado, ¿sabes? Y hacer todo el tiempo hacer buenos swings y tener enfoque en alto.
Just confidence helps for sure, but just to continue to make good swings and put good swings on the ball, and just keep working. That's it.
Who choreographed the home run celebration between you and Valdez? Was it his idea or yours?
La coreografía que tuvieron entre el jorrón tuyo y Valdez, ¿quién fue la idea tuya o de Valdez?
No, Valdez yo siempre estaba inventando, ¿sabes? Uno siempre está inventando cosas, ¿sabes? Y a veces yo veo unos videos y le digo, ya vamos a hacer esto y con el que uno encuentre primero y ese que uno aprenda rápido, pues entonces se hacemos.
It's just both of us just always looking for ideas and making watching videos and stuff like that just to come up with some new stuff, and that was it.
Well, some fun stuff for about 7.5 innings. Mitch Keller, part of that fun for the Pirates as they built an early lead. You're going to hear from Mitch when we continue on Pirates Final. Okay, thank you very much. Tonight's starting pitcher comparison, Mitch Keller, only 89 pitches to get through 6 innings. Allowed only 5 hits, 2 runs earned, 3 runs total, struck out 6, only walked 1. Pirates did a nice job getting Sasaki out of there in the middle of that 6th inning. Let's head back now to Dodger Stadium to hear from Mitch Keller.
Mitch, it was a quality start from you tonight. It seemed like you had just about everything working for you. How did you feel out there?
Yeah, I felt really good. The game plan that Joey and I had going out there was great. It's just trying to fill it up as fast as possible, throw as many strikes as possible, and just kind of put the attack on them, I guess. Yeah, it's really one of the best lineups in baseball maybe of all time. So it's a tough ask, and yeah, I thought we did a pretty good job today.
How much did it help your confidence in the situations where you were able to get out of a couple of jams as well?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in a lot of situations like this before, pitched here a couple times, so definitely having that experience, especially when, there's 50,000 people going crazy, just kind of helps you in the moment calm down. And, I've been here before, giving it up, got it out of it, so just one pitch at a time and trying to execute.
There was a stretch there where you retired like 7 or 8, 9 batters. Just kind of what helped you settle in, just kind of get into a rhythm.
Yeah, I just think having a good game plan and going to that, and you can have the best game plan in the world, but executing the strikes and getting strike one was the big thing there. So, strike one's the best thing you can do to start the at bat, and just going from there.
With that at bat against, I believe it was Mookie Betts, where you struck him out with a sweeper. What did you see in that at bat, and what did you like about that final result?
Yeah, I think we had gone a couple fastballs away to him, and he had taken them for strikes and maybe a backdoor sinker. So then just trying to see if he'd chase. Yeah, and he did. So that was kind of the game plan there. I didn't want to give him anything good to hit with a runner on there. So yeah.
What's it like to be facing arguably the best hitter in the lineup when first batter of the game, just seeing Shohei number 1?
Yeah, you got to be locked in and ready to go from the jump. Yeah, and you got to be able to execute right away. I didn't execute a sweeper to him, and he hit a leadoff double that got him going. So you just got to be ready to go from pitch 1 with these guys.
Mitch, I know that this didn't shake out the way you guys would have wanted to, but how nice was it, those early innings, for you to see the offense continue to chip away for you, and especially O'Neill with that leadoff homer?
Yeah, I mean, O'Neill at the leadoff spot's awesome because there's always a chance for it to be 1-0. Yeah, and guys were just banging today. Gotten a lot of hits, a lot of run production. Their starter's really good too, so yeah, hats off to those guys. We just got to be better and throw a more complete game.
What kind of spark does that give you as a pitcher when O'Neill's able to kind of go up there and start the game off with a home run?
Yeah, it's awesome. Just being in the dugout, knowing, well, I actually wasn't even in there. I was doing something, and I heard we hit a homer, so it's always awesome having him lead off, and just to know that could be 1-0, or he's going to put together a professional at-bat and get a walk and, lead us off. Yeah, there's always something that can happen in the first spot of the game there with him up there.
Were you hoping to go out for a 7th? I know it was only 89 pitches for you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm never not going to trying to not go out there. I think just the situation of the game and where we were at kind of dictated that. But yeah, I mean, I would have loved to, but they told me that my day was done. That's the end of that.
Let's just look at the road ahead, and it's the starters in the third and final game of the three-game series. A couple starts ago, Bailey faltered terrific against the Nationals. Left his last start, though, against Anaheim with some low back pain, so it'll be interesting to see. Apparently has a full bill of health, clean bill of health, ready to go against Tyler Glass. Super talented, only has 10 hits in 17 innings, has walked 10, though, and that's resulted in an ERA of 3.71, but we know the former Pirate is extremely talented.
He's disgusting, King. He's the best pitcher I ever faced. And I don't say that lightly. This guy, I'll never forget, he had that natural cut trying to throw a sinker, and it was just cutting across, just praying he would just walk me. I played 3 and 2, worked a couple times. But yeah, you're talking about a guy that has elite stuff, elite extension, elite velocity, and if he can get it in the zone, he is extremely, extremely difficult in the breaking balls. I mean, I can't say enough about it. We've talked about Nicholas and that breaking ball. This guy is the guy I think about when I see Nicholas, but it's a tick better.
Yeah, Bailey last time around, give him a lot of hard contact to the Angels. He's going to have to find a way to make sure he's able to get that breaking ball down. A lot of sliders up last time. Did end up with 5 strikeouts through those 4 innings. And, you know, look, 3 runs through 4, not ideal, obviously, but with the back not feeling great, you got to imagine maybe he, you know, something was a little bit off, couldn't get the ball down the way he wanted to. Tomorrow he's going to have to get that fastball in. He's going to have to get those breaking balls down. We'll get into it a little bit more tomorrow, but, I mean, sometimes it's as simple a recipe as that. He's going to have to attack in.
Pirates looking to win the road trip, win back-to-back series, win this series against the Dodgers tomorrow. A reminder, you can see the game obviously right here. Our coverage begins at 3 o'clock with Pirates' first pitch, leading you up to the game.
いかがでしたか？大谷翔平選手の素晴らしい活躍に敵チーム放送局も大絶賛でした。二塁打2本、三塁打1本の大活躍に加え、三塁盗塁も決めた驚異の走塁。大谷翔平という地位と高度を手に入れるのは本当にすごいこと。という解説者の言葉が全てを物語っています。これからの試合も目が離せませんね。この動画が面白かったと思った方はチャンネル登録、高評価お願いいたします。ご視聴ありがとうございました。